Hey guys, and welcome to the Call of Cthulhu. Just to quickly answer some questions I am continuing with my Dark Souls. It's just I want to take a break from that because I was just throwing everything into it and it was just getting to the point where I was dreading doing another episode because I was just getting frustrated. I'm going to be doing these series like alongside each other. I'm going to separate my time into different games so I'm always interested in each one. My Minecraft, that I'm still doing it, it's just that's more like an in-between thing, just throw it in between episodes of Dark Souls and Call of Cthulhu. That, and I miss a game where it has like a direct, story, like a direct mission where not something where, oh, you might have to go over there, you might have to go over here. That, and I've been wanting to play this for a while. I love H.P. Lovecraft. His thoughts and his ideas of like creatures and monsters, and especially Cthulhu. I love anything to do with Cthulhu. So far, I don't know too much about this game. I only know that you play as a private investigator and you're investigating the death of a family. That's all I know. That's how we want it. Epic. Let's just get straight in. Chapter 1. Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his stupor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. It tells us a bit more about the guy straight away. Oh. Enter madness. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who is in his callousness. I didn't read that. Saying hideous H.P. Lovecraft. Yes, brilliant mind. Oh. That's not nice. Good way to start a game, but not nice to wake up to. I haven't even done anything yet, just already saved. Okay, WSD to move. Some nice fish bones here. I prefer cod myself, or maybe a nice haddock. I guess we can go down that way, but just to make sure. Control. Oh, something here. Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Here we go. We're not... Didn't read that. Bolt cutters. I know I probably need to go back there, but I just want to have a quick look here. I don't want to miss anything. Not on my first episode. But... And going back to shore. Shift is to run. Good. No idea what that is, but I'm not sticking around. Isn't that nice?
What a putrid offering.
Oh, poor whale. How could you do that to a whale?
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
I don't like it when a game tells you how to run or teaches you to run, because nothing ever good happens.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Faceless.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Is that supposed to be us? It's Davy Jones!
I hate whiskey.
Seem to have a play of it then.
I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effects had been wearing off. J's to consult diary. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I will probably wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Cthulhu. But what was that then? Pierce. Oh, can we level our guy up? Sanity. Yeah. Edward Pierce is of Nightmares. Is the of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Focused to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Confident in your ability and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts that your convictions and your perceptions of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Dark water places. Pierce Investigation Agency. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Yeah. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Knowledge. Oh, it's just what I collected. Don't drink.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Is it just me, or did that sound a bit like Liam Neeson? Sick tunes.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Case solved. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Edward Pierce, a good old story. What?
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. For Mr. Pierce. Love makes people do strange things.
I used to be an avid reader.
I'd say, look at all these books.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Better than nothing.
I have business here to attend to.
Do I?
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I have business here to attend to. Natural sciences,
Am I supposed to
linguistics,
drink?
archaeology.
But can I leave now that I turned that off?
I have business here to attend
Nope.
to.
Oh. Scotland Yard
I'm
here.
listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Allocate character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill. I'll go with investigation. Oh, what's this one? Presents your ability to influence those you talk to by your powers to speak. Oh, yeah, definitely want that. Restaurant hidden. My God, all these are good. I want another one of those. That, because I'm an investigator. Every time on RPG games or anything like that, I always do it with my speech. Especially Skyrim. F, add. Okay.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
Mind your own
Worth
business.
not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
What was that with his mouth? I'm coming. I'll be there soon.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
It's Alfred.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen
Alfred.
Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie.
Who's
She
out
would
there
never
is
have
really in a
done such
hurry.
thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Do I get to answer this, or?
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label, some of it's unreliable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. I can't talk but the best of times. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a business from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Who is beeping at home?
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
That's
I
not
suppose
far
you
from
want
us.
to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I'll try this one. Investigation and profession.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Okay.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean?
I swear to God, I'm gonna pull that guy out of that fucking car in a minute.
My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The sender's label mentions...
That's right.
And you think...
That is what... Go to
I think I'm beginning to...
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Hey, I said
something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
I'll be nice, I'm helping you here.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island. Natural sciences, linguistics. Our Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it.
It literally just said
According
that.
to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes, but don't let the Romanism of these moving evidence of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of a long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Here we go. Finally we can leave. I would literally love to go to America and see some of the different cities they have. Especially New York. I would love to see New York. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks off the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for the Pierce's investigation. Let's get into it. I love dark music like this. Focus Home Interactive presents. A game by Cyanide Studio.
We're almost there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Call of Cthulhu. Bit of a shipwreck there.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Thanks, Skipper. We'll try the bar first. Wait. Talk to Fitzroy. Secondary objectives here. Bitch slap him. Hey, we got a bit of a sea shanty. Ooh!
Hey, be careful.
Nice.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Let me try that.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real
Oh
princess.
shit.
You
Shut up.
strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my...
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night.
And no one looks
Screams,
into it.
that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go
And no one
with
looks into these.
it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then
Yeah, it seems like you're really
I
into
don't
art.
want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers, and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The
Clearly.
name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Sado.
That'll be all for now.
Okay, talk to Fitzroy.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering.
Okay,
Will
he's
follow
not
its
looking
leader
alright.
And appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Want a light? Yeah. Let me give you a light.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No,
How do I get rid of that?
the risks are too high.
There we go.
It's a book, after all. You have pure knowledge.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Chanty. 21st May 1847. Miraculous catch. The Skiller returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Skiller, or what remains of it, returned to the Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. That was the ship that we saw. That was That was the ship that we saw that was abandoned.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
Yeah, because
Our
paper don't lie.
grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
I even want to try talking to her.
What you looking at, stranger?
I'm just passing by. Sorry.
Let me drink, stranger.
Alright, screw you. I should have chose the other option. I kind of fancied a drink. Second, talk to Bradley.
Gentlemen, please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
Have you seen how old this thing is?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
The same goes for you, sir.
There we go,
Move
Bradley.
along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't
If it's not important, then why can't you answer?
No. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. There's something coming.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand. You can't understand.
So far, from what I can tell, everyone is crazy about whales and that story about the miraculous catch.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Oh, there he is.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this.
Terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. I bet you she's running things. You know, she's like
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Wow.
A Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
The learning of medicine. J. Okay, all those are at 3. I think I'll go with that there.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Could be his granddad. I just want to have a quick look out with you. Nothing.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Oh, here.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible: 1890, 1907, and partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? I swear, it's like following a child around. First thing I want to do is go back and talk to that cat. Since I found out that she...
I told you to beat it.
Oh, alright. Can't talk to her. Literally, he just moved from his leaning on a table just to here.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Read it.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
True, true.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Not really, since there are depths in that even we don't even know what's at the bottom of our oceans.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Saw it.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty.
You mean the biggest one? Joy.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay. I just got another point. What do I want this time? The medicine and occult skill can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Okay. There, 50. So I have a 50-50 chance. Enter that. Here we got Stephen Webster, age 63. Occupation, businessman. A wealthy businessman, well respected in Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins, deceased, age 41. Ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on dark water, the heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, deceased, age 33, painter. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearance. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Giles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnist, a wealthy Boston heiress known for her party going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continued to seek the truth. Simon Hawkins, age 11, deceased, schoolboy, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Roy Mitchell, age 55, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar on Darkwater, but prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone the secrets and rumours that the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting. If the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by, the man will talk freely on the subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor. James Fitzroy, I like him. Age 45, captain. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Charybdis, the only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the harbour master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him. The bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation. This is just talking about some of the places. This is literally just going on the stuff that we already talked about. Let's carry on.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I can go that way. I can try go that way. I'll try this way. Hello, sir. Would you like a chat? No. Where are you, sir? Would you like...
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
One guy on you can answer a question straight. Find hidden items. Spot hidden skills allows you to detect hidden items in close range. Oh, like that. This lever activates a mechanism.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
I need a... No. I'll probably go up there in a minute.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
I've actually gone the right way, you know.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Before I go and continue in here, I want to have a look around down the other area. I hate just thought of missing something.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
What are these whale bones? Nope, you don't want to chat.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, they're nice chaps. Can't chat with him. I'm guessing I can't talk to these guys up here.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
I'm guessing I am supposed to go the other way. Oh, that's the statue they was talking about. They keep walking over here to this statue. Come on, that little step, you can't jump up that. Okay.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
I don't...
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
God damn. Okay, so I'm supposed to go the other way.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
I just want to chat with him up here.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Let's try
you
this.
and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their
Offset
place.
and Jews.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean
You
by
hesitated.
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He
What
can
do
be
you know?
unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Okay, you're not telling me everything.
They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
That is where I'm going to be leaving this first episode of the Call of I can't even talk anymore. The Call of Cthulhu. So far, I just wanted this episode to be like an introduction to our character, where we are. We're in it, and we've started our investigation. So far, I love how the graphic looks, and I love the kind of atmosphere of it. I love a good like sea ghost story type games and anything like that. Even movies, I love them. The only thing is the mouth movements on it isn't the best, as you can see. It's literally like they've got no lips. They're showing more teeth than out else. I'm really enjoying this so far. I just love how games where you have to think about what you do. You have to level up so you can properly talk to someone, or you have to get that clue so you can unlock this answer. Love stuff like this. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in my next one. Cheerio!